Hey, this is Ciderhelm, and this is an informal guide to expert Foul Cascade bosses. Foul Cascade is an introductory Tier 1 dungeon. As with all of these guides, I will inform you of which encounters have DPS timers. If they do not have DPS timers, you can stack additional healers or readjust your party as necessary. If you enjoy this guide, please subscribe to the channel. Matron Virosa is the first encounter in Foul Cascade. When you engage, only Matron Virosa is targetable by the party. Once she is at 80%, she will bring Lesh into the fight, and Virosa will become immune to damage. Lesh charges random party members. It's a good idea to keep your party fairly close to her so she doesn't move too much and DPS can remain consistent on her. Once Lesh is brought to 50%, Gers will become targetable and Lesh will go immune. Gers frequently bugs out, as in this video, and does not deal any damage. However, when he is working correctly, he is a melee mob with a powerful cleave, so party members must make sure not to stand in front of him. Once Gers is at 50%, both Lesh and Gers will become active at the same time. It doesn't particularly matter which one you kill first, though we tend to kill Lesh first due to her annoying charge mechanic. Once both Lesh and Gers are dead, Matron Virosa will become targetable, and the fight is a straightforward burn from that point on. This encounter does not have a DPS timer, and it can be helpful to have at least 2 healers for newer parties who don't have much gear yet. Countess Surance cannabar is the second encounter in Foul Cascade. There is only one important mechanic to watch out for on this encounter. Periodically, she will begin teleporting around to random party members and dropping explosive kegs underneath them. During this time, she will also be dealing AoE damage to the party. Players must move away from explosive kegs immediately. Because she always drops kegs when she teleports, it's important that you move away from wherever she's been, regardless of whether you can see the kegs or not. Usually she'll drop her last couple kegs on the tank. Once she's stopped teleporting, melee and the tank should wait until the final keg has exploded before re-engaging. This encounter has no DPS timer. Sparkwing is the third boss in Foul Cascade. This boss flies above the map in the path beyond Cannabar and can be pulled at any point where she's in range. She has a fairly long path, so keep clearing trash until you can target her. The main mechanic to watch out for on Sparkwing is Wrath of Sparkwing, a channeled AoE. Melee should run out of this. She will also generally stun the tank during this cast. Afterward, she will cast Arcing Shock. This usually doesn't complete, and while I'm not positive, I believe this is only cast if no one is in melee range of her. This encounter has no DPS timer. Krasimir Baryanov is the 4th boss in File Cascade. At the beginning of this encounter, you will deal with 3 sets of adds. The first set will have 5 skeletons, the second set will have 3, and the third set will have 2. Krasimir will buff one of these, but AoE and cleave damage is recommended regardless of which adds are buffed. Once you complete the add phases, you will begin the encounter on Krasimir himself. The major things to watch out for are void zones he casts on the ground, in addition to an AoE knockback. Also, dispelling debuffs he casts can be helpful to the party. Krasimir has no DPS timer. Tephra Lord Mafic Rose is the 5th encounter in Foul Cascade. During this encounter, your party will need to continue watching out for red AoE circles appearing on the ground and immediately move out of them. Mafic Rose has 2 powerful abilities that the party should watch out for. The first is a large frontal cone attack which deals significant damage. Since a tank will likely need to move Mafic Rose, the party should watch out for his positioning. Mafic Rose will also occasionally cast a direct damage spell on a party member. This can be dangerous if the party member has taken damage from other sources. This encounter has no DPS timer. Queen Valinara is the final encounter in Foul Cascade. This is a damage-intensive encounter, especially for newer tanks, and healers should be ready to handle significant amount of damage as well as handle poison removal on the tank. During this encounter, Valinara will periodically impregnate players, and a spider ad will spawn on them after a short period of time. The tank should pick up this spider as soon as it spawns. There are 2 main strategies for handling these spiders. In our groups, we've usually burnt down the ads as they come up, making sure to deal cleave damage to both the spider and Valinara at the same time. If you attempt this strategy, your DPS should be able to kill a spider at roughly the same time the next one spawns. The other strategy I've seen work is for the tank to pick up all ads throughout the encounter, and either have the group AoE them at a certain number, or attempt to burn Valinara down before killing any ads. Near the beginning of the encounter, and roughly every time a spider is born, Valinara will also drop a purple poison cloud on the ground. Melee need to move out of this immediately. As a general guideline, I will have the party stand where she is pulled from, and I will use the 3 circular stone platforms to mark a path where I will kite Valinara anytime new purple clouds are spawned. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe if you've enjoyed it, and feel free to visit us on www.eventideguild.com if you have any questions.